Good morning or good evening. I don't know where you are in the world, but I'm hoping you're having a fine day. This is Elizabeth from Norway with a new piece. This time I've made a really snowy, calm, serene forest scene. I really love to make forests actually. This is with watercolors and a pastel technique that I will show you step by step. And as you can see, when I tilt the card, which way you tilt it, you can see the depth of the card, and I will show you how to achieve this. It's just a few stamps, a little bit of drawing. It's very easy drawing this time, and it's all the colors making this piece really beautiful. I do hope you will join me in making this. I promise you it will be fun. But first, let's have a look at the materials I've used. Said very few stamps, just the small pine trees and the small fairy fir tree. This is on a Canson watercolor paper, cold press, 300 GSM, and the size is 18 times 14 centimeters. For the inks, as usual, I use my VESAFINE CLAIR. I don't have anything else. The Monarch, the Fantasia, and this really nice color, charming pink. This is called, and it's really nice. Purple Delight, and this one, Warm Breeze. I've taken out my PanPastels, and this one is the titanium white, and this pink one is called permanent red tint. I don't know why it's called red, because it's pink, isn't it? Oh, I don't know. Oh well. Ultramarine blue shade, and this violet shade, and also this magenta. This is really nice, really deep color. And I've also made a color swatch for my watercolors. I've used Cobalt, really nice blue one, Viridian, Madis Lake, Ultramarine, Paynes Grey, and also Chinese White, which is a white watercolor, and also my white gouache for some snow. If you don't have these colors, if you don't have watercolors, you can always use the Elements inks or some other dye ink to make watercolors, of course, or you can do other colors. I just love these color combinations, but feel free to use what you have. Some brushes, of course, and my pencil. I'm gonna do some drawing. Oh, sorry, these small makeup thingies with some sponge in the end I use for my PanPastels. Here's my pencil. And I do some drawing on this one. A fixative, because we've used pastels. We need to fix the card, and that's it. No more materials, very few materials, as I said. So I hope you will join me. Let's have some fun together. So let's start. The paper is, as usual, Canson watercolor paper, cold press, 300 GSM, and this piece is 18 times 14 centimeters. If you like, you can do it bigger, you can do it smaller, whatever. I made some drawings on the front of this card because I need some lines to follow for the river and just some lines for the trees, so I have an idea where to put everything. That helps me when I make the background. The next picture in this movie is actually a still photo of what I've been drawing. So if you like, you can take a screenshot now and have the same motif as I have, or you can freehand it if you like. No problem. Let's continue. I have taped my piece down to a glass plate, as I usually do, with some low-tack tape. You don't need to do that if you don't want to, but I find it easier to control my painting, and also the card doesn't warp as much. So here's the colors I'm gonna use: Madis Lake, Ultramarine, Viridian, some Cobalt Blue, some Paynes Grey, and some Chinese White. First of all, I need to water down the colors a little bit so they get soft and nice to use. And I have to let it sit for a minute or so. So when you take colors on a plastic palette, this will happen. The colors kind of pulls together. And if you don't like that, I have a little tip for you. You can just add a little glue stick, acid-free glue stick. Put it on a piece of paper, just rub it in on the plastic palette, let it sit for a little bit, and then wipe it off again. And you will see the effect when I add the colors again. It won't move. I don't bother. I don't get bothered by this, but some does. And can you see? No pulling together of the colors. This is a really neat trick, actually. So now I'm gonna mix in some Chinese white and make a pink color. I use 2 brushes for this, so I don't contaminate my white color. By the way, the glue stick doesn't affect the watercolor, just as so you know. I'm wetting down the paper with several layers of water, and then I also need to mix up some purple with Madder's Lake and some Ultramarine. I'm dotting down the colors, as you can see, because if you dot the colors down and then the colors won't get as muddy as if you brush them on. Well, that's my technique, but so you don't have to do that, of course. But I find that if you do that, you don't mud the colors as much. I'm trying to keep one part of the piece white. It's about 2/3 down from the left, and then I'm tilting the plate all the time just to make these colors mix without getting it muddy, and just helping a little bit with the brush. And I'm picking up all these runaway colors. I'm using the pink color towards the white area, and also where I'm supposed to have snow later on. So this is my technique to put down a lot of color and not just do a simple color wash. But maybe you have another technique, do that if you like. Now we need to dry it all. So, all dry, and we can start with the pastel work. So I start with the darkest colors first, and I'm just going to enhance my watercolors with these pastels, not make new areas of colors. And I'm doing it with a brush stroke, as you can see here, with all the colors actually.
It's dawn when you are darkest. I wait for the light, and I have tried my hardest, but nothing that I do makes you shine. When you're here, you are not here. I wonder where it is your mind goes, 'cause it's quiet. Oh, but I can't feel the silence anymore. Don't I deserve feeling like I'm worth someone
So now the pastel is finished, and I can start with the stamping. Just figuring out a way to put several stamps. I need some pine trees in the far distance and also in the front. So I'm just going to start stamping with these lovely colors, starting with the charming pink. I'm stamping off because it's going to be in the background. I'm just using like the tip of the stamps, as you can see.
'Cause a person has a limit of just how much indifference they'll stand. Don't I deserve feeling like I'm worth someone who gives a damn? I don't know why I'm wasting all my time on a boy who won't be a man. I have loved, I do love, and surely I'll just keep on loving you. But now it's from a distance. This apathy is something I can't do. 'Cause I deserve knowing that I'm worth someone who gives a damn.
So the stamping is finished, and we're going to draw in some trees. These trees is just kind of lines, you will see in a minute. I'm just mixing up some colors, some purple and some Paynes gray, and with a little bit of that pink as well. So just I find it easier to draw straight lines when I turn a card sometimes, so I do that. But do lines thicker at the bottom where it hits the ground, and then thinner as you go up, and it's going to go all the way up through the tape. I'm just doing several lines, doing this color with several with more water or less water, depending on where the trees are. The trees in the foreground is darker, and the trees in the background is thinner and lighter. So yeah, just do that. Just follow what I'm doing, and you will get a really, really nice result. I promise you.
And I've had enough of giving all my love to a boy who won't be a man, to a boy who won't be a man. You're a boy and I need a man.
I've also added a few twigs on the trees, just a few. You don't need a whole lot of them, just to make just kind of a movement the other way, to kind of break up the long strokes of the trees, but not many, just a few. Okay. So starting to look good now. I think I got the depth I want with the trees. I'm just adding a few more twigs just to break up the trees a little bit more, and then I think I'm done, and I can start with the river. For the river, I will mix up some Viridian green, some cobalt blue, some Paynes, and some Paynes grey. And as you can see, my colors are really moving on this on this palette, but I don't care, it's okay. So I start with the darkest color, the Paynes gray, towards the riverbank to make a dark line towards the riverbank, just following the pencil lines I did before. And then I'm going to push out the colors to the middle of the little river, as you can see. And also I need to be needed to be dark in the front of the card, at the bottom on the front of the card. So just working this, and I'm going to put up several layers of colors actually to make this make the depth of this little river. So just follow the steps, okay?
Ruby, she was made for going west, did not protest my wandering ways. Ruby, she was pretty as they come, 28 years young and unafraid. She gave me shelter on the coldest nights, shaded me on summer days. And I had never known my place before, but that's what Ruby soon became. Ruby, she wasn't good at going fast, and the patience that I lacked I learned to grow. 'Cause Ruby had a way of breaking down, leaving me out there on the road.
So the river is more or less finished now. I just have to lighten it up a little bit later. We can start with the snow on the trees using my gouache, white gouache, and just flicking on snow, as you can see. And I'm going to fast forward, that's better. And I'm also going to use some gouache on the riverbanks and around the trees, down the stems.
She gave me shelter on the coldest nights, shaded me on summer days. So as we traveled across the country wide, Ruby set the pace. Ruby could be fickle and unfit, good as I would get at times. Ruby was the closest thing to home I'll ever know in this life. Ruby hit that California sand and slipped right through my hands eventually. Ruby, I guess I knew it all the time. She was never mine to keep. But she gave me shelter on the coldest nights, shaded me on summer days, and nothing ever felt like home again when Ruby went away. And nothing ever felt like home since when Ruby went away.
So I think this is finished now. I just have to do these last few steps with it. So there you go, it's all finished now. I've matted it with some simple black cardstock and crispen up the edges, the white edges a bit. And as you can see, there's a lot of nice depth going on here, and the colors is so nice, and I really love this piece. I put on my signature as usual, and I've also coated it with, I think it was 3 layers of the fixative because of the pastel. I really do hope you will give it a go, and as usual, if you wonder about anything, please PM me and I will answer as quickly as I can. And I promise you, this is so much fun, and if you follow my steps you will get a really nice result. Use other colors if you like, but just follow the steps to get the depth. So that's it for now, guys. See you next time. Have a nice week. Do art. Bye bye.